What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today at the shop, we've got a lot to do. One of our projects is to get a fuel pump put in this 2011 Nissan Titan. Flip the not phone around. So we've got it on the lift. There's a little bit of rust, but I don't think it's that bad. The A lot of these, trucks, I'll just take the bed off, but I can't do this one like that because of the way that the bed is made. I could, but I would have to take the bed completely off. A lot of the ones I can just take the bed and lift it up to one side and stick my little skinny self in there with it properly suspended and change the pump, but I can't this one. So what is going to happen here is we're going to do it old school, pulling the tank out, and there's a drive shaft in the way, as you can see. And you don't have to take the drive shaft out, but that one little step really makes life a lot easier. And I'm sort of an OCD person, other than my messy shop. I'm OCD about how I do things. You can notice here, I'll put this drive shaft back in the same position that it came out. It'd probably be fine if I moved that 180 degrees and bolted it back on, but I'm going to put it back just like that. And I actually do this for a reason. This lift is just touching this skid plate because that'll be my holy thingy. Because I'm just one person out here to make, so I'll use that to put it back together. I'll tip it up in there. But we'll pull this shield down. It's separate from the tank straps. It's got separate tank straps. So I'll pull the shield down with the drive shaft out of the way. It'll be super easy. And then, or easier. And then I'll start working the lines at the top of the tank, which are, I'll see if I can get the not phone up there. You can see it's not much space right now, but once I get some of it down and out, it will be. And I'm looking here. I don't know. I may pull this wheel off, this back wheel, just so I can take this cover off and go in and work as well. And we'll see how this goes. And we'll vlog along, see what it takes to get this fuel pump in. And that's something you can probably do if you had to on your own. It's just a little cumbersome in the yard, but anyhow, so we'll carry on. Thank you guys. Let's just rock and roll with this thing. All right. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to take this drive shaft out first. Yep. So, we got the draft out of the way. That really opens things up in here. Can really do some good, really get the hands in. Now, moving this, you're gonna pull this skid plate down, and then I'll get that out of the way. And I've got this wheel off because I said, I talked about that earlier. There's a section of this inner fender right here. It kind of separates. Can you flip this? No. It separates right up here. So I think I can pull this section of inner fender out, and that'll really give me some good access, some easy access to the top of the tank as well. Like I say, I'll drop it down. But to keep this nice and short and sweet, let me do a little bit of video magic. Okay, I gotta go in right through here on this fuel line. There's a connector, and it's got a little, you gotta push this little part on this one side over here, which the light just flipped out of the way. But let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this right here, no focusing, to get on one side of it, and I'm going to push in on the back of that fuel line. I'm going to push in a little bit so it releases off the pressure, pull it back, and typically it'll kind of stay where it needs to. If you hold the line just right, hold the line, and then push the other side in, and the line should come off. I would do this on the camera, but I cannot get it in there to stay put so you can see what I'm going to do. But you just got to take your time, have some patience, and it will work. It will work. Okay. We're just about ready to drop the tank out of this thing. So I want to show you a couple of things so that you'll already be ahead of the game when you go to do this. Okay, let me flip the knot phone around. There is one little teeny line up here hanging out. You want to hook it. Of course, you want to unhook that. And then you got your plug-in on top of the tank. I've shown you that. No biggie. At the back, there's a vent line for the evap system. And it connects over here. If I can get my thingy in here. It connects to the charcoal canister. That's what we're looking at right there. I know we're just looking at some really... Yes, I got a 1987 camera from the HBO. All right, okay, here we go. It connects right there. It went on to that, and I went ahead and I got it off of there. I used let's see here. Because you can't get hardly anything in there, or you cannot. I used that and carefully used that to get the little snaps. I pushed on the very back of it and popped the snaps loose, and then I put my thing. Then I reached up in there and I kind of wiggled the thing and pulled it off by hand. I didn't try to pull it off because you actually can break that plastic on the charcoal canister. So just something to remember when you're going to do this. And then we've got just one single strap kind of holding it in, chilling right here. And it's got a lot of gas in the tank, a lot of gas. So I think that what we're going to do is to keep from just making a big old mess. And I've got a transmission jack I can let down on. I'm just going to let the vehicle down, and I'll just drop the tank. Just let it, drop down. Then I'll lift the vehicle back up, and then I can get to everything. The tank is out. Got the tank out, got gas out of it. Before we removed the fuel pump, I did take my little blow nozzle and blew all the dust off the top of it. And once I got the vent line disconnected, I blew it out to make sure anything got in it when I was messing around. I'll put it back up in there with a little cover over that end it there. We're gonna put the new mod to Joule in, and we'll get the thing back on, put the thing back on, and put the thing back in. Okay, here we go. Cat fell in there. Back to what we're doing. We got it. Now we have to put our thing down. We've got to flip it and then reverse it. You have to hold your mouth right when you do this kind of stuff. Locked in, and then I'll slide this on, but I'm not going to do it on camera because it looks weird, but I'm going to put a little bit of spit on my hand and then I'm going to wipe it on there so that the seal doesn't kind of, it's got a little bitty O-ring that's got to slide over that, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, all right, anyways, that's not get weird. All right, let's see if it's going to start up now. Let's see. Yeah. Battery sounded kind of weak, but it did fire up. Maybe it'll charge up after it runs a little bit. Oh no. Oh gosh. There we go. Okay. Crisis diverted. Thank you for tuning in, We'll Fix It team. Fuel Pump Nissan Titan is done.